What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for March 10th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. Guys, Monday Night Raw was a shit show last week. I think that's honestly putting it nicely. There we go. It was a shit show last week. We all know the reasons why. We're not going to go into too much details. Fuck Vince McMahon. But but yeah, it was a shit show last week. I don't think anything could honestly be worse than that when it came down to it. But other than that, Monday Night Raw tonight, even though it dealt with some traveling issues with some of the roster, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad tonight. We had a good main event between Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa. We had a banger tag team match between the Alpha Academy and the Usos. Io Sky is now the new #1 contender when it comes to the Raw Women's Championship, so she will be facing Bianca Belair at Backlash in Puerto Rico. And honestly, we just see the continuation of the storyline between Ray and his son Dominic heading into that tag team match with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Overall, it wasn't a groundbreaking episode of Monday Night Raw, but at least storylines did continue to grow and progress heading into Backlash, and I think that's really all that mattered, especially when it comes to this, but so little of the roster that we had tonight. I mean, in the first hour of Monday Night Raw last week, we only had a minute and 40 seconds of professional wrestling, which is ridiculous. And that is a legit stat. You guys can look that up. Otherwise, I mean, we probably got like 100 times that this episode of Raw. But it is what it is, and yeah. Deontay, you're 100% right. It definitely was a shit show, but we got a lot better this week, for sure. Um, oh yeah, and let's not fucking forget Trish Stratus turned heel tonight. I freaking called it. If you guys saw my tweets, yeah, it definitely was time for it to happen. And by the way, guys, I see it happening on SummerSlam. I know people are saying, "Oh yeah, it's happening on Backlash." We're not traveling to Puerto Rico for a Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch thing. That's just me. I don't see it happening. It could. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I'm usually not, but who knows? Well, we'll see. I mean, Trish Stratus does not need to be on Monday Night Raw every single week, even though I would love that. I would love for her to happen because she's been fine all my life. Let's just put it that way. Um, and yeah, it's a great thing to see Trish Stratus here. Heel in 2023. Interesting choice. Um, it's gonna be great. Yes, yes. Um, and from what I actually heard tonight, from what the mic was kind of trying to pick up from the actual camera when they got close in on Trish talking to Becky, she already told Becky. She told Becky it was me. Um, so when we actually get that promo of her legitimately revealing it on like an actual live mic in front of an audience, that's gonna be much better. I can't wait for that. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be great. I don't. Are people gonna boo Trish Stratus though, because I mean it's Trish fucking Stratus, so I mean it's kind of it's kind of a risk putting a Trish Stratus as a heel here when it does come down to it, because it is Trish. That's what I'm saying. She's gonna get cheered, but I mean, I'm not gonna boo her because I love Trish Stratus, but I mean, it is what it is. It is it is obviously a point that has to be brought up that she may be a heel, quote unquote, but Trish Stratus. So, so we'll see. But other than that, though, guys, it was just your normal, typical Monday Night Raw. It was definitely better, but it wasn't totally too groundbreaking. But we'll talk about everything that happened on Raw tonight. Uh, I will get into everything when it comes to on Friday as well. We're not going to be doing a whole Friday Night SmackDown review here either. I just want to talk about the one thing that really came out of that, and that was the WWE draft. Obviously, we all know what's happening now. Uh, Triple H he put a stamp on that Friday Night SmackDown, which was a hell of a lot better than that Monday Night Raw that we had last week. Um, Saying that the WWE draft is coming back and it's going to be game changing. Now, whether it's going to be game changing, that's still technically remains to be seen. Um, but with Triple H hopefully at the helm of the WWE draft to get these rosters in a better light, I hope it is game changing. I hope the hesitation that everybody's having right now is proven wrong, and we actually do have a pretty damn good looking draft at the end of it all. But how do you guys feel about the WWE draft coming back? I do have my reservations, but hopefully we get the right people involved in the making of this draft, and we'll get things squared away when it comes to these rosters. As long as they split the world championships to me, TJ, as long as they keep the mid card titles the way they are, Raw, whatever brand they want to put them on, fine, but keep those separate. As long as they make one set of tag team championships, and then me personally, I would only have one women's championship, but I know that's probably not going to happen. As long as they just continue to keep the tag team divisions together, to me, that's what matters most about this. I really don't care about two sets of tag team titles. I don't care about two sets of tag team titles. I want one set, but that's just me. The random generator, yes. The random generator was good, and now I will say the random generator did give us John Cena on Friday Night SmackDown, and then and then like 2 hours later he got back to Monday Night Raw. And I was that night I was so pissed off because I wanted John Cena on SmackDown. I was so happy when I saw that. I was like, yes, let's go, Cena's on SmackDown. Fuck. whatever brand wins the King of the Ring, Raw or SmackDown, they'll face whatever championship Roman has. Well, it has to happen at SummerSlam. There's no other fucking way around it. Like, I call him King Cody regardless, and I think Deontay, if everybody's a part of the TTP Discord, we call him King Cody regardless. So that's we call him King Cody regardless. But yeah, that's dude. All I'm saying is that like if Cody somehow does win King of the Ring, the only thing that makes sense is the winner of the King of the Ring to get a world championship match at SummerSlam. That's legitimately the way it definitely should go down. I don't need just a hat. I don't need a crown and a scepter to prove that I'm King of the Ring. Give me a fucking opportunity at SummerSlam for a world championship. That's what it should always be. Um, Now, I do like the whole random generator thing instead of the whole like for my next pick in the WWE draft. I like dude, like I understand that, but at the end of the day, like WWE hasn't taken the draft seriously over the last couple of years, and that's what I think it's really going to come down to it this year is that Triple H is at the helm, we think, hopefully. Let's see what Triple H can do when it comes to the presentation of the WWE draft. Because the WWE draft presentation hasn't always looked the best over the last couple of years because they had the general managers and they said, oh yeah, my next pick is this, but yeah, right. And here's the thing also with this is that we don't have general managers on Raw and SmackDown anymore. So we can't do anything like that. I mean, yes, Adam Pearce is basically the representative of both Raw and SmackDown, but like, dude, I called him the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown a year ago, and he blocked me on Twitter for it. So, dude, there's no like recollection or rhyme or reason why these general managers don't exist anymore. So, like, all I did was when a year like some match was made official by Adam Pearce a year ago on Monday Night Raw, and I just said, listen, I know he's not technically the general manager of Raw and SmackDown, but the man is making matches and making segments official. I'm just gonna call him the general manager of Raw and SmackDown from now on. And then the next day, I went on Adam Pearce's Twitter account and it said you have been blocked. I'm like, from what? And it's like a legit story here too, guys. I'm not messing with you guys. Like I'm not fucking you guys. I'm not like messing with you guys' mind. It's legitimately what happened. Um, but you know, it is Adam Pearce. But the thing is, I had Sami Zayn block. Sami Zayn blocked me for like the longest time because I did because obviously when the whole Intercontinental Championship got stripped from him during the pandemic era, I'm like, this guy is great, but this Intercontinental Championship run that he's had was not really all that special. He blocked me for that. Of course I did, but like you know it. But see, some of them they actually do see the criticism and they actually take it to light and they actually use it. Others they kind of just do whatever. But a few months ago or whatever, Sammy unblocked me, and now we're good again. So we're fine. I can see his tweets. We're all good. Um, but listen, Sami Zayn's great. We all love Sami Zayn here. Um, I mean, hell, I loved Sami Zayn when he was the whole conspiracy thing. But like, damn, the it was just a crazy time. But other than that, guys, we're gonna be talking about everything that happened on Raw. Um, we're gonna do some spring cleaning when it comes to the actual selling out of the whole process here with our codes and everything, our sponsor, our social medias and everything like that. So let's get that going. Follow us all on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. Check us out there. Go to our merchandise store that is on Teespring. You guys can also get my merchandise and Lof's merchandise, which is also down in the description. Lof is not here tonight because it's Monday Night Raw, and the guy still is in school, and he is about to graduate. So, my dude, finish school, graduate, and then come back with a degree, and we will definitely throw a party. So get your degree, get it done, and let's have a freaking party. But finish the freaking story. There you go. So he's not here tonight. That's obviously perfectly okay with us because we have TJ and Deontay here. So TJ, Deontay, uh, tell us who the fuck you are and figure out your social medias and everything like that. Let's go. Look at that. That. See? We're good to go. TJ. Oh, here we go. That's frickin' Rollins himself. I'll put the one up for you. Not him, but I'll put it up for you. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you. A huge thank you goes out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an application you can get on your phone where you guys know you're getting the best deals when it comes to ticket prices when you use SeatGeek based on their 1 to 10 scale when it comes to their prices for that seat. You go to SeatGeek, you find an event that you want to go to. Let's say you want to go to next week's Monday Night Raw. You look over at the seats and everything like that, and you know you're getting the best deal based on that price chart. And yeah, 10 being the best deal you could possibly get for that seat, 1 being the worst. Obviously, you want to go for the green. That way, you're saving the most amount of money that you possibly can. And at checkout, with your first purchase over there on SeatGeek, you use the code OTB and you get $20 off your first purchase, which is an absolutely amazing deal. So take advantage of that as you can, and we got other codes for you as well. WrestleSpot, who usually has who has been on here before, has one. We got Loft obviously having one as well. There's many people that have been a part of this podcast that have one, so go check it out and use OTB at checkout for your first purchase and get $20 off your order for getting tickets. You guys get to go to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, or any other place that you need a ticket for. OTB, $20 off. It's a great deal. So do that, and we are good to go there. And yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah. But before we do anything else, I do want to say that sorry for Friday Night SmackDown's post show not being not happening. I've been under the weather over this weekend, and with it being Easter and everything like that, I wanted to do a show this weekend, but it just was not going to happen with Easter coming around and everything like that. So that was not going to be able to be anything special. So that didn't happen. We have Monday Night Raw post show tonight. I am feeling a little bit better. That's why you're seeing us here tonight. Tomorrow we'll figure out what we're going to be doing for Tuesday's talk. We might be doing just like a normal episode of talking just like this, or we might be doing something when it comes to like either a tier list or or something. We'll just fuck around hopefully and see what is best heading into this upcoming week. Wednesday's Dynamite is going to be happening, so after last week's banger of a show, we'll see what TK can cook up for us this week, and then Friday's SmackDown will be happening for a post show, and we'll see what happens with that. So you're gonna have a lot of good content here, and if you missed anything else over the past week when it comes to our shows, we had our Wednesday Night Dynamite review from last week. We have a Monday Night Raw review, so to say, but we kind of just went ham on how horrible Raw was last week, and we just ranted and raged, and just said fuck Vince McMahon all basically the entire stream. So if you want to, yeah, so if you want to just check us out, just yelling and just screaming at Vince McMahon at the top of our lungs, you can do that. But yeah, so there was that, and then obviously all that other week before, that was obviously WrestleMania week, and we had everything to do when it comes to the WrestleMania week. So you have a ton of content on the homepage if you missed anything. So check it out. It's all right there. And yeah, guys, that's what's up. I would like that. I would like that. It just depends on how things go, because remember, like two pay-per-views a month was kind of exhausting to me, but I understood why they had to do it at that time. With this amount of roster space that we have here in WWE, with everybody coming back and then obviously being split up again and doing the things, I wouldn't actually mind it. But to me, you would obviously have to make the rosters well enough in order to support that. Because if you're going to do that, we're gonna have to keep the tag team championships separate. That means you have to build those tag team divisions for both things, and you have to make everything work in the way that it's supposed to. Um, I wouldn't mind it, but you have to make the rosters right in order to do so. So, but that is a good question, though. We'll definitely see what happens moving forward when it comes to draft day. We don't know when the actual draft day is happening, though. They just said in a few weeks. So May 8th. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, especially if they're doing it on both Monday and Friday, that Monday and Friday after. Makes sense. So, I mean, we'll definitely see where things go from there. Because I mean, the guy was drafted last year on Monday Night Raw, and he's like, yeah, nope. From what I heard, though, he had to finish school, and I'm like, Jesus, I thought he was a freaking Olympian. So I'm like, dude, I don't, I don't know. Maybe we'll see him, but at the end of the day, who freaking knows? I even sometimes forget he's even contracted. To be completely honest, I forgot he was even contracted. In other news, though, Logan Paul resigned to WWE, so that honestly, to me, that is a W. That's good because he whether you like him or whether you hate him, he's good in the ring. I hate him outside the ring. Outside the ring, he's a fucking dick. But in doing actually WWE stuff, he's fine. Oh yeah, that has to be. Honestly, to me, you set that up for SummerSlam. I Oh, that's right, Cena. It just depends. Apparently Cena's gonna be going to Saudi, from what I hear. Oh, yeah. Alright, so they're obviously not credible. They have zero credibility. There you go. Um, and it wouldn't even make any sense because why would he go to Saudi and go and be a part of the King of the Ring pay per view? That makes no sense. Um, yeah. So, don't believe everything you read, guys. Come here to this show. We'll tell it to you straight. Um, but all right, guys, let's get into Monday Night Raw tonight. We started off Monday Night Raw with Rey Mysterio, and he wanted things to be different with Dominic. Dominic said to keep his name out of his mouth, and the Judgment Day are his real family. Rey told Dominic that they are using him. Dominic then said that Bad Bunny makes some good songs, but when Damien put him through a table last week, that was music to his ears. Rey then said that he spoke to Bunny last night, and he told Rey that he will be back, and Dominic and the Judgment Day are going to regret the day that they put hands on him. Rey then challenged Dominic to a rematch tonight, but Dominic said that he doesn't want to fight his own father, but Finn Balor. So this was not even advertised, or the planned, or the plans that were leaked. Oh, he's injured. It's a great It's a grade two calf tear, and obviously, I mean, he had the 14 stitches in his head, but not stitches, staples, I think actually. Um, he had that in his head, and then the calf tear. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean these two bad boys right here. They've had I shattered both my elbows, and they had to get surgeries with stitches. Long story. Um, so we won't get into the freaking details with that, but regardless, very good promo by Rey and Dom here. The continuation of the story is happening. Dominic is continuing to kill it as his heel character. The fans fucking hate him, which I love it. The one thing that I continue to say, because I think this is 100% the legit truth of it all, every heel in the business, and I'm not just talking about WWE, I'm talking about the entire wrestling landscape, should be looking at Dominic and saying, This is the kind of reactions I want to get. Because Dominic Mysterio, the heel heat that he has and the way that fans just genuinely hate him, that's what people in the pro wrestling business should say. Like, yeah, that's the kind of heat I want. That's the kind of reaction that I want to have. When I just stand there and exist. He's just doing great in this role. Seriously. All he has to do is stand there and exist. And he gets booed out of the building. And here's the thing, guys. You guys know me. But before everything, I was not a huge fan of Dom. I wasn't. But he was able to come into his own and he was able to turn things around and he made me a fan. Like the guy can do whatever he needs to do in order to really make you just hate his guts, and he's been fantastic at it. And Ray's Ray, so he's just incredible in his own right. But Balor, I hope that. Oh yeah, yeah. He always finds the fountain of youth. But when it comes to Balor, I hope that grade two calf tear heals well, because I know that has to fucking be a bitch to do. But other than that, I mean, he got the win tonight. Um, for having a grade two calf tear, doing a coup de grace, that has to suck. But you know, he got it going. Ray threw Balor out of the ring and flew through the ropes onto Balor and Dominic. Ray then slammed Balor's head into the announce table several times and threw him back into the ring. With the referee checking on Balor, Dominic hit Ray with the chain that he had in his pants pockets, and with that, Balor went to the top rope, hit a coup de grace, and got the win over Rey Mysterio. Um, and that was it for that match. I mean, very academic. Finn Balor got the win, continuing it on to Backlash. Definitely has to suck. Definitely has to suck. But Balor, he's a freaking professional. He's a warrior at heart, and he's gonna do whatever it needs to get done in order to progress the story. So good on Balor, and that match is gonna kill it at Backlash. So we'll see where things go. I think it is gonna be Damian though, mainly because of his affiliation and relationship with Bad Bunny. But overall, Judgment Day, they're killing it right now. So they should not be breaking up anytime soon. So, we saw a backstage segment from earlier on today. Chad Gable said that he has himself and Otis ready for a match against the Usos. Maxine Dupree interrupted and said that Otis looks delicious and Gable looks like a gremlin. So that's just nice. Um, we hear screaming around the corner, and and it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez finding Lita on the ground as she appeared to have been attacked. Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch then show up, and Lynch is questioning both of them, insinuating that it might have been both of them that attacked Lita before their Women's Tag Team Championship match. Um, and Liv is like, "Why are you saying fuck me for? It wasn't us. We just came here to help them." So like, that's just not true. Um, But yeah, it did seem a little bit suspicious, but obviously it wasn't going to be them considering what happened tonight. So, but yeah, that is what happened. Corey Graves said that he reached out to Brock Lesnar and his camp for a comment on why he attacked Cody. He got no response other than, I'm just pissed off about where I was on the WrestleMania card, which they're still going with. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. If you guys know Brock Lesnar, and if we've seen Brock Lesnar's work in the past, he either goes on first or he goes on last, and he damn sure was not going to go on last. So, it the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm not where I'm supposed to be on the WrestleMania card. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. To me, there's just no other way around it. He goes on first or he goes on last. He wasn't going on last. That's what I said, and people are like, "Oh, but Phil is for the story." Fuck that. No, it makes no sense. Um. So backstage, Lynch and Lita. Well, Lynch said that Lita is in a local medical facility. Fuck you, Vince. It's fucking hospital. I hate that shit. Dude, it's not like it really even shouldn't be something for me to be mad about. But local medical facility, just say fucking hospital. It's not that hard. I hate hospitals as much as the next guy, but who cares? Just say the name. The local medical facility is just not. No, that's not. I can go to my local medical facility right now. Like that, dude. That's not a hospital to me. It might just be nitpicking, but it's it doesn't sound right. Like it just doesn't sound right. But but she says she's at the hospital and says that her suspicions of who did it. Well, she has her suspicions on who's done it. When she finds out who it is, she's gonna slap their heads off them. Lynch now promised to fans that they would have a title match tonight, and they will. And then Trish Stratus came on into the frame and says, "I'm gonna take Lita's place." And there we go. Oh yeah, she is not that tall, bro. She's not that tall. Uh, let's let's see this real quick. Um, yeah, she's only 5'4". And I'm 5'2", so she's like 2 inches taller than me, which is well, yeah. How tall are you again? No, okay. At least you're not 6. At least you're not 6, and we'd have a freaking problem. So we then had this one. Oh, we had the women's tag team title match. Um, Lynch and Trish Stratus, who are the champions, going after Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Gonzalez. But who even remembers that her last name was really Gonzalez before they changed it? Like to me, Rodriguez is kind of just normal now, but it was Gonzalez. It was Gonzalez. So, but but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. To me, this was fucking sloppy. But I guess it was what it was. We have a new tag team champion. Um, it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't totally everything. What, her sloppiness? It wasn't hitting for me, man. It wasn't hitting for me, and I'm like, I know Trish can hang with these people. Like, we've seen it before. Yeah. You might be onto something. I mean, to me, like I love all four of these women in the ring. I think they definitely could have done something a little bit more impressive than this. But obviously, at the end of the day, we were going to get new tag team champions here. I saw this coming from a mile away. That Liv and Raquel were probably going to win these tag team championships, and then because of Becky not going in there for the save or whatever, Trish was going to get pissed, and that's exactly what happened. Trish turned on Becky Lynch, and we'll see where things go from there. I personally think it's at SummerSlam, but people think it's going to happen at Backlash. We'll see where things go from there, but um, now we have Raquel and Liv as champions again, when a few months ago, Liv was looking at Raquel like she was going to fucking kill her. Yeah, so, well, the thing, like, we we don't have we don't have women's tag teams in this company. So for all we know, she's just sitting in catering. Um, but when she honestly shouldn't, she's fantastic. Um, yes, I mean Liv and Raquel aren't that bad of a pairing of a tag team, but if you didn't do that whole thing 2 months ago, no, you're right, but that's only because Shotzi called them that in the backstage promo that they had before their match when they were in that tag team match. So what? Now I think Jade Cargill has another freaking problem, not just with Taya Valkyrie, because now baddies are on a WWE program when they're on AEW. So, did well, technically she's not even called Shotzi Blackheart anymore, which sucks. But like, I get your point. Yes, it's right there. It's right there. But like, dude, regardless, like now instead of going after Taya freaking Valkyrie, Jade, you might have to go after WWE because they're taking your baddie's name. Um, but it is what it is. There's no tag teams in this fucking company. So I've always said this from the fucking jump that we didn't need women's tag team championships. But no, fuck Phil, I guess. And instead of having, it's just gonna have to happen. Um, but yeah, now we got Liv and Raquel as tag team champions. They're not. Here's the thing that bugs me about this. They're not even that bad of a pairing, Raquel and Liv. They're not. They're two great loving baby faces. The powerhouse and obviously the lovable Smiley, Liv Morgan. Dude, it's not a bad pairing at all. But we wouldn't be questioning all of this if it wasn't for 2 months ago when Liv slapped the fuck out of Raquel. It wouldn't like. If you continue to actually build these women's tag teams as actual tag teams, we wouldn't be fucking complaining about this. But we'll see where things go. Because now they're going to have to go after. Well, no, they're not going to have to go after. The normal number one contenders are going to have to go after these people now. Because if you guys fucking remember, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey are the real number one contenders. So the fact that these two won the tag team championships when they weren't really the real number one contenders before everything happened last week, we'd be looking at Shayna and Ronda as the tag team champions and not these two. I'm not cursing. I'm just stating facts. It's legitimately what was going to happen before these two had to become number one contenders because both of them got injured. I just hope it's when the time is right and not like legitimately at Backlash. Because that's like what? Like a 4-week reign? These fucking tag team championships are gonna be the fucking death of us. Dude, these tag team titles don't even need to be a thing. Like that's the thing to me. They don't have to be a thing. Just because the men's division have tag team championships does not mean the women have to have one too. Like I'm all for equality. I'm all for it. But just because men's have one does not mean women have to have it too. I'm sorry. Men's Money in the Bank, you have to have women's Money in the Bank. It makes sense. Men's Royal Rumble, make the women's Royal Rumble. That's fine. But tag team titles never made sense. Like it just wasn't a thing that needed to happen. I'm all for equality, but when it makes sense. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring actually made sense. It made sense, but they made a Queen's Crown instead, and now it's a disgusting display of tournaments. I know you guys know what I mean. I'm just trying too hard to explain myself, and it's probably going to lead me down a bad path. Because it's going to be like, oh, Phil sexist. No, I'm not. It's just the matter of the thing. Hmm. So, Liv and Raquel, I'm happy for these two, I am, but we just gotta figure out what the fuck to do with those titles. Um, After the match, Lynch hugged Trish. Lynch turned around, and then Trish hit her from behind, officiating the heel turn, and then hit her with a chick kick, and we're good to go. SummerSlam, she did. She sold it. She sold it well. The match is gonna be good when it happens. Um, I I just think it's gonna be SummerSlam. I think that trying to kill a fly or something, or are you checking the mic? Gotcha. Backstage segment as we see Paul Heyman. He said that Kevin Owens will be going up against Solo Sikoa tonight, and Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle will not be here due to the flight delays. We knew about that, but yeah, they were here. Good stuff. Backstage, we see Baroness Saxon trying to get a word with Trish Stratus. She said, fuck you. Not literally, but she just walked away. I would have loved that, though. Maybe she just stops saying "fuck you, Byron" and then just walks off. I'd be like, yes, yes, Trish. um, After that, we have Bailey exiting Adam Pearce's office. She told Dakota Kai and Io Sky that she has a match tonight in the Triple Threat. And then she said, like, well, once I become the women's champion, we'll definitely have control over this roster. Um, and then so we figured all this out. Io and Dakota were they were upset with Bailey, um, saying that you always get these opportunities. It should be one of us that gets this opportunity here in this triple threat. Bailey said, "Well, I didn't know you guys felt that way, um, so I'll just go back in there and I'll see if one of you guys can just replace me in the match. Is that cool?" And then they both shook their head in approval, and Bailey went back in. So the dissension of Damage Control began tonight. It's a shame. It's a shame, honestly. You guys know my feelings with Damage Control. It's honestly just a real shame how this trio just turned to shit. Like it's gonna be well needed, and it's gonna be better off for all three of them in the long run. But they could have been something special, TJ. I mean, dude, it's Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Bailey, man. Like this trio could have been a lot better. In the ladder match. Oh, I thought it was a ladder match, but yeah. Regardless, whatever match. Yeah. Well, I think yeah. You legitimately had a prime opportunity to have all three of those women hold gold together because they were the tag team champions as well, uh, Io and Dakota. So you legitimately could have had them take control over the entire Raw women's locker room, and you just did not pull the trigger. I said right from the jump when that match was made official, I'm like, Bailey has to win that match. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 I saw that today. I didn't stay up for that match. I watched it afterwards, but man, that match was so good too. Like, dude, well, like, but you're 100% right, man. Because the women's division, we have an incredible, like, just women's roster on all fronts here in the WWE, but they legitimately don't give a shit. Oh, and I'm not saying that the women don't. The women definitely do, but it's just the booking of everything does not work. And I said it from day freaking one when this trio happened. I mean, you guys can go back into the podcast. Loff and I were huge proponents of this group. I mean, we all love Bailey, we all love Io, and we all love Dakota Kai. But to me, as soon as this thing happened, I'm like, this is going to be a great trio if they're booked right. But other than that, it's three incredible in-ring talent that are not going to gel well as a trio because they don't know each other's strengths, weaknesses, and everything in between. When you gel well as a trio, everything's flowing, everything's getting together, like you're a well-oiled machine at that point. But when things don't gel and you don't have a creative direction and you don't have a direction for what is going to be for the future of this group when it comes to all three women, you're dead in the water. You're dead in the water at that point. So it's a shame. Yes. Yeah. Either way, something has to be done. Something has to happen because these three really could have been something, and it just did not happen. Oh, dude, she's been that. To me, she's been that since the Bailey match. Since the Bailey ladder match. It's been that way for me. I have been so sour. I love Bianca Belair, and again, I don't want to be taken out of context, but I know it's going to happen regardless of whatever I say. I have been so sour on this Bianca Belair uh, championship run since that Bailey match because at that point in time, yes, you're having her be a dominant champion. You're having her be a dominant champion, and I love that. I love that she is legitimately the longest reigning black champion in the company's history. That is an amazing accomplishment for not only her, but for black women and like the black community in general. I love that, right? But at the end of the day, you are not wasting this talent, but you're putting the one person over the many. And I'm not saying you're creating another Roman Reigns at this point because we're not in the 1,000-day range for this. But I mean, we're over a year now. WrestleMania 39 was a year, and at that point in time, I have to ask, when is the right time? When? Like well, WrestleMania. Well, when she defended it against Asuka at WrestleMania Night 2, that was 365. Yeah, so that was 365. So she's held it for at least she's in the 370 ranges. I would say 370 maybe. All right, let me just take a look real quick, cause um, well, she actually hold on, cause it says right now that Bianca is the longest reigning champion in Phil's history at 373. I'm gonna look again though. So like okay, um so Becky Lynch days is 373, but for whatever reason she's recognized at 398. She's recognized for 398. I don't know why. So this was a winner takes all triple threat match for both Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships involving Charlotte Flair, who defeated the SmackDown Women's Championship. Lynch pinned Rousey. Blah blah blah. Um, Lynch's reign ending on May 10th, 2020, due to a tape delay. So apparently, whatever happened in the tape delay or whatever, that's what it was for the days. But she's recognized at 398. Um, so she's at 398. That's the longest reigning championship reign, and Bianca's at 373. So with 98 and from 73, which would basically probably bring us to King and Queen of the Ring, but I don't think she would end it in Saudi. So okay, so if anything, possibly Backlash. If she loses it at Backlash to Io Sky, I wouldn't be too mad about that because it's fucking Io Sky. But um, I had Bianca Belair winning that because Asuka had no fucking story or no threat. She was no threat to Bianca Belair to me when it came to that. So I had Bianca winning. Yeah, yeah. Well, honestly, it definitely should have been Rhea and Bianca, and then Asuka and Charlotte. But nah, I'm glad we did this. People are saying that it will be Rhea and Bianca. People are saying that the match between Rhea and Zelina is not going to happen at Backlash. It's going to be Rhea and Bianca at Backlash to unify the championships, which is just you're you're regurgitating garbage at that point. Yeah, Yeah, she would be. That's 2 years. That's 2 years. Yeah. So if it's not okay, she's actually. I'm not too sure on the number, but it's definitely a lot more than Roman. um, it definitely has. Because okay, well here's the thing. In the I know this for a fact. During the entire Roman Reigns title defense, um, when he won it like in the beginning to now, I think it's 29 or 30 defenses. Well, I thought 28 was Sami Zayn. Oh, undisputed Universal Champion at 38. Okay, well, do televise. All right, well I got the number for Roman, and Roman's done 6. Roman's done 6. Okay, well here's the thing. So, obviously, so yeah, this is what's happened. So obviously Brock, he won it against Brock at WrestleMania 38. On an episode of SmackDown, that banger match with Matt Riddle. Um, SummerSlam 2022, SummerSlam 2022 against Brock. Clash of the Castle 2022 against Drew. Logan Paul at Crown Jewel 2022. Kevin at Rumble 2023. Sammy at Elimination Chamber 2023. And then obviously Cody at 39. So that's 7. So technically 7. Yeah, no. It's always rinse and repeat when it either comes to Bianca or just put her in there with Carmel. Yeah, 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 no, it's time. And honestly, Bianca Belair, a lot of people don't even fucking realize that she was a great heel in NXT. Great heel. Fantastic. Like, listen, like, I love that she's a role model for the kids. I love that. But you're not, like, we're not doing anything when it comes to John Cena the stuff over here. Like, dude, the John Cenas have come and gone. That's what I'm trying to tell people when it comes to Cody. Cody is not John Cena. He's not. Uh, Bianca Belair Bianca Belair is not going to be the women's version of John Cena. So stop with the fucking shit. Thank you. Everybody respects John Cena now. You want to know why? Because he's not around here that often, and we know he's not going to be around here for too much longer. So obviously, people are going to come around to him a lot more often now. But where was that same fucking energy when people legitimately loved him for the fact of it's John Cena and he is legitimately the best thing that's going on right now? But nah, you guys just fucking despised him and hated him for everything that he was worth. I loved him from Kingdom Come. Yeah, did. That's also the thing when it comes to John Cena. Yes, when we don't see him all this often, then all of a sudden when we do see him, people absolutely love that. Um, But I'm just saying, you're not going to create another John Cena. So whether it's Bianca Belair, whether you're trying to do it with Cody, it's not going to work. Stop it, because they are two totally different characters, they're two totally different entities, and they don't need to be the next John Cena. Nobody needs to be, because it's not going to happen. You're not going to create that. And you can easily put Bianca Belair and Montez together and make that power couple with Angelo, and you have that great trio right there. It's right there for the taking. See, Bianca run over you with a freaking monster truck for all I care. I don't care. I'll bring in monster trucks. I don't care. I don't care. I freaking love it. Just bring in freaking monster trucks. Cause freaking chaos. Cause chaos. I don't care. And Bianca having a monster truck makes it all the much more special, bro. I'm telling you right now, monster trucks are the key. I'm telling you. Um, no, but seriously, like it's legitimately not that hard. I mean, when it comes to us fans, oh yeah, it's definitely like people say it's really we really don't know what's going on over here. Like I understand that we really don't know what's going on backstage within that company. That company could go into freaking shitsville every single time, and we know that. It's happened for the past 25 years of my life. I know, but like we have brains here. We could figure things out, and if WWE just had a look of a conversation when it comes to just like trying to figure out what they can do with the women's division, it wouldn't honestly be that hard, especially with the talent that they got there. So it is what it is. But I mean, something has to be changed and something has to be done. Um, Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed was next, and I was very intrigued when this match was actually announced for the Monday Night Raw card. Um, this match ended in a double countout, and I know people are probably going to be on here and saying, "Phil, it was a double countout. How could anybody be like really be happy about this?" I'm not happy, but I'm not mad at either, because honestly, it continues to feud going, and at the end of the day, Bronson still needed to be dominant, and Bobby cannot lose. So I'm fine with the double count out here. It really wasn't that much of an issue for me. Oh, to the Hurt Business? Oh yeah, that's dead. That's done. that that was done for me when I didn't see MVP, Sean and Cedric talking backstage anymore. Can you not hear me? Huh. Damn. Huh. So this is what happened. I I'm on there. Like I just went back 8 minutes and I hear myself, but I don't hear you, DJ, at all. I don't hear TJ at all. I hear him here in this actual thing. I don't hear him on the actual feed. I I I'm fine. My everything here is good. It is your audio. Yeah, everybody else is fine. There's always something fucking wrong when it comes to this. We might have to go back to StreamYard, honestly. Fuck. Alright, we'll figure this out. If I have to go back to StreamYard, I'll go back to StreamYard. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Honestly, we only really got the 3 matches to go, so let's just get through this. And then I'll figure something out. Because I just checked everything on the side of the Streamlabs and everything, and we're fine when it comes to audio. So, go figure it out. Like I said, this was a double count out here. I'm not mad at it when it comes to Bronson and Bobby. It is what it is. We'll most likely get a match with them at Backlash, and we'll see where things go from there. Yeah. We then had a Cody Rhodes in-ring promo. He said that he lost to Roman at WrestleMania, and to blame him for what happened. He didn't correctly calculate the lengths that Reigns would go to keep his championship. He lost the match, and he is sorry. Now the unfinished tale has a whole new wrinkle within it. He heard Brock Lesnar was unhappy with the position of his match on the WrestleMania card. He also heard that Lesnar was uncertain about Cody's hype and change he brings with him and how it would affect him. He would be crazy not to be afraid of Brock Lesnar, but he still wants to fight him. Cody challenged Lesnar to a match at WrestleMania Backlash, but it is just Backlash. That's probably just a Cody mistake. I'm not too mad at Cody when it comes to him saying the WrestleMania Backlash shit. Yeah. It is what it is. But Cody, Brock, Backlash, you don't have it. That's really the only thing that would have made sense for it. But yeah. Regardless, it'll happen, and we'll see there. But the whole WrestleMania Backlash, I know people were trying to contact me saying, Phil, is it Backlash or WrestleMania Backlash? Because I thought they were trying to take the WrestleMania out of everything. And I'm like, yeah, it's just Backlash. They put a poster out of it, and it says Backlash. So, but he said WrestleMania Backlash. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for that. That's just whatever happened, happened. So Usos and Alpha Academy. This shit was a fucking banger. If I went through everything when it comes to the match, we'd be here for another half hour, so I'm not gonna do that. But this was good. Gable and Jimmy had Jimmy in an ankle lock, but Jimmy rolled out of it. While Gable was going to do the O'Connor roll German suplex, Jay and Jimmy hit 2 super kicks, a double super kick, and then followed it by the 1D for the win, and the Usos picked up the win there. Good stuff there. We need more tag team matches like this, because this tag team division can't be something special if we only had one set of tag team titles. We then had the triple threat for the number one contendership for the Raw Women's title. Io Sky, Mia Yim, and Piper Niven. None of these women made sense. But if any of them made sense, it was Io Sky. And thank God she won the match. So Io won. Mia hit a eat defeat on Piper Niven. Mia went for the cover, but Io Sky did the over the moonsault on both Niven and Mia Yim, and then Sky pinned Mia for the win. And Io's now the new number one contender. So, Bianca versus Io should be great at Backlash. Does it make sense? Not really. Is Io probably going to win the title? No. But I think that's honestly all just for the whole selling of the fact that, oh yeah, damage control could possibly turn on Io, or something could happen with that, and the dissension could continue. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or not. But could we possibly see a damage control triple threat at some point? I mean, because honestly, who fucking wins that? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I wouldn't mind that because I think that would be an actual banger of a triple threat. But who wins that? there, there's just so many like configurations that, yeah, man, it just sucks the way that went down. Um, Backstage, Kevin Owens said that his heart is telling him that he needs to go out there tonight and beat the hell out of Solo Sikoa for what he did to him on Friday night. And then he told Byron to read the back of the shirt. And then Kevin Owens was so happy of the way that Byron read the back of his shirt. He was very happy, and he went to his match against Solo Sikoa. Match is not bad at all, honestly. Kevin Owens, Solo Sikoa, really good stuff here. Kevin Owens was selling a knee injury. That has to be just story, right? Because of what happened on Friday. Okay. I'm just making sure, honestly, because we honestly have no idea anymore when it comes to these things. Injury storyline or real life stuff, it can happen at any given moment. So just totally making sure. Owens hits a swanton bomb off the top rope for a near fall, followed by a pop-up powerbomb. Sikoa blocked the stunner. Jay hit Owens with a super kick when Jimmy got on the ring apron to distract the referee. Sikoa hit Owens with a kick followed by the Samoan Spike and got the win. After the match, the Usos continued to do a 3-on-1 assault on to Kevin Owens. Riddle and Sami Zayn arrived from the airport and made their entrances to save Kevin Owens. Jay got back into the ring and hit an exploder suplex by Jay. Not by Jay. By Zayn. Zayn was ready to hit Jay with a Luva kick, but Jimmy ran in for the save. Zayn blocked Jimmy's super kick, spun him around into a Kevin Owens stunner. Zayn then tried to hit a Luva kick on Jay, but Solo pulled him out of the ring and they were all mad and saying, "Ooh, I was supposed to attack you, and no, I was supposed to attack you, and I'm gonna get you." Backlash. It's gonna happen at Backlash. um, Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus Solo and the Usos at Backlash. Um, reason being, those three are because Roman is not going to be in Puerto Rico. Um, now I have a question. Now I have a question. Maybe both of you actually know this answer, because honestly, to my recollection, over the course of the last 4 years of this freaking story, I don't remember shit. Um, have the Bloodline legitimately teamed with each other? And by the Bloodline, I mean Roman and the Usos. Not any other kind of combinations. I mean Roman and the Usos. I mean in this story. In this story. Not as a general, like, contestants. I mean this story. The 4 years. July 16th. But was that the only time that ever happened? July 16th, 2021. That's the fucking first episode of this podcast. Yeah, because we started this whole. That's the like that. Well, if I'm remembering correctly, that date is the first show with the fans coming back from the entire pandemic. So, see, the thing is, OTB, like, as a group, OTB started way before that, but I said to everybody that was going to be associated with it, I'm like, guys, I'd love to start the podcast right now with this kind of energy that we have going on, but I don't want to do an episode where we're talking about a show that has no crowd. So, that first show, when fans come back, that's when I kind of want to start doing the reviews in this podcast, because fans are coming back and it's going to be like a lively type of crowd when fans actually do come back. And July 16th was our first. We started on that SmackDown when fans came back. So, okay, okay, yeah, but all I'm saying is it's definitely been a while since Roman and the Usos have teamed up together in the Bloodline. Backlash 2022. So, legitimately a year ago. So, legitimately a year ago. I mean, like, in a six-man tag team match capacity. I mean, war games. I mean, that's war games. But I'm talking like a six-man tag team, like, tag team capacity. Yeah, that was a year ago. That was a year ago. Um, because the bloodline, that was the entire bloodline at that point in war games. So I mean, that's just, overpowered. But yeah, over a year ago, basically a year ago, is when the Roman and Usos bloodline uh, came up. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, Roman's not going to be there. I'm looking at this shit right now. Backlash 2022 compared to Backlash 2023 is gonna be completely different, man. Oh my god. Because we had Cody and Seth. Yeah. We had Cody and Seth. We had Omos and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's most likely going to be facing Bronson Reed. Um, we had Edge and Styles, with Damian Priest being barred from ringside because that was when Edge was in the Judgment Day and not Finn Balor. We had Ronda and Charlotte in an I Quit match for the Women's Championship. Um, we had Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin, which, yeah, that whole pairing. And then the six-man tag team match with the Bloodline, Drew, and RK Bro. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be a lot different than uh, than last year. And last year was WrestleMania Backlash. It's just Backlash, which is great. So, um, but yeah, guys, that was your Monday Night Raw. We will see how things go moving forward, um, heading into Backlash, uh, May 6th. That's gonna happen. Um, if we had any audio issues, we apologize. We are definitely going to take a look into doing that. Until we're going to take a look into that. Um, there's always just something wrong with this podcast. I legitimately hate it every time that there's some kind of issue with this podcast because you guys know me. I take fucking pride in this shit. Okay? I take pride in what I do here. I take pride in what we have built over here on this platform. Over 700 subscribers strong, and we are not stopping. We're over 300 episodes strong here. And I'm not gonna fucking stop because of these audio issues or just issues in general. We tried doing StreamYard was our first thing, and it was great. And then we had to move over to Zoom because we'd have to, wait like 5 minutes just for people to finish each other's sentences on our end of things, and then we can answer. So we moved to Zoom, and these guys can hear me in real time right now, but now audio issues are happening. So what the fuck is happening with that? And I take so much pride in this, and I don't want to just say, yeah, no, fuck it. We're not doing this anymore. I love doing this, and we're going to continue doing this. But if it has to be moved back to StreamYard, I'm going to take everything that I can. We just got to figure out what things are going to happen and how things are going to fucking work. Also, probably running things through a freaking laptop is not the best bet either. I need a freaking setup. I need like an actual PC. But that's not happening because those cost like $5,000 freaking dollars. And I don't have that money right now. I'm trying to save it for 40 people. Okay? So, and I'm legitimately like to do my entire life savings for that shit. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. DJ, Deontay, I appreciate you for being here. Um, if they can hear you, that is. Tell people where they can find you, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. And enjoy our uh, Tuesday mornings heading into the actual day here because it is a thing. Alright, guys. Well, we appreciate you. We love you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day, and we will see you guys when we see you guys. So have a good rest of the night. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.